I'm going to show you exactly how I rescued a chaotic hour-long podcast recording and turned it into an avalanche of short, snackable clips that actually perform. And yes, I did it without begging the guest to re-record or spending a full Saturday hunched over complex editing software. Stick with me for this one, because the workflow is truly low effort and delivers a massive return on your time. My mission is simple: to help independent musicians and creators get their content seen by more people. It's all about taking the raw talent you already have and making sure people can easily discover, stream, and share it. I'm Billy Nellis, and welcome back to the Golden Voice Show, where we build smarter content systems. Cool, let's jump into the real stuff. Here's the scenario. I had a killer conversation on my last episode, but the raw Zoom file was an absolute disaster. There was a laptop mic hiss, tons of background noise, scattered energy, and the real value was buried in a sea of setup chatter. You know the type. Loads of personality, but nothing shaped into something people can actually click on. If you've been making content for a minute, you've been there. Either you reschedule, beg for a redo, or spend a day chopping the file manually. None of those options were attractive for my weekly schedule, so I tried something totally different. Instead of booking more time or getting into an editing rabbit hole, I used an AI tool I've been testing that automatically finds your best moments. That tool is Vizard, and I'm going to walk you through my exact play-by-play so you can replicate it for your stuff. This works for musicians recording demos on phones, podcasters who hate editing, or creators who want to squeeze more mileage out of each session. The problem is that you've got a long, messy recording with absolute gold nuggets inside. But those gems are totally buried. I uploaded the entire thing to Vizard, and in just a few minutes, it spat back a stack of perfectly trimmed, optimized clips. The AI scanned the full episode and looked for spikes in energy, emotional beats, and novelty, those little moments that make people stop scrolling. It suggested the exact cuts I needed and even threw in caption timing and overlay suggestions so the opening hook lands perfectly. What's cool is Vizard isn't just chopping by loudness. The auto-editing feature targets content types that actually work on social platforms. It looks for genuine hooks, strong punchlines, emotional payoffs, and surprise moments that keep viewers locked in. You know how 15-30 seconds with a perfect hook can explode overnight, right? Vizard finds those specific parts for you without you spending hours combing through the whole raw file. The workflow is stupidly simple. You upload your long video, let it analyze, review the suggested clips, make small tweaks, and export. You can batch export for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts in one single go. Vizard automatically handles the correct aspect ratios and keeps everything inside the safe zones so nothing important gets cropped out. That part alone saved me several hours of repetitive, mind-numbing work every single week. Important note, Vizard doesn't replace your creative judgment. It hands you the strongest raw options, but you're still the final voice. I went through and tweaked a few things. Nudged the hook timing, rewrote a caption, and swapped a thumbnail. Still, the heavy lifting, finding the moments and doing the basic chops, was completely handled by the AI. Another feature that changed the game for me is the auto schedule. Once you've got a stack of short clips, you don't need to post them manually every single day. Set your posting frequency, and Vizard spaces everything out automatically to keep your consistency high. Consistency is huge for discovery, and for creators who always say, "I'll post more later," and then never do, this actually fixes that. Then there's the content calendar, which is incredibly useful for seeing what's scheduled, published, and queued. Move posts around, change captions, reschedule, or drop new clips in the sequence. Everything lives in one place. For artists trying to stay top of mind with fans, turning one recording into weeks of content without manual uploads is invaluable. Full transparency. There are other tools out there, but many are either clunky, pricey at scale, or miss the advanced clip-picking logic. When audio's a problem, you might need a dedicated audio fixer like Adobe's Voice Enhancer before importing to Vizard. Here is the step-by-step. Export your Zoom as an MP4, run it through an enhancer if needed, and upload the file to Vizard. Let it analyze the whole thing, review the suggested clips, fine-tune your captions, and add your brand's intro card. Use the auto schedule to space the clips across the next couple of weeks so your audience stays engaged. Do one final pass to make sure the flow makes sense, hit publish, and let Vizard handle the rest. The results? Immediate and dramatic, with the microclips beating the reach of the raw, long-form episode. People who would never click an hour-long chat were stopping for a 20-second hook and binging other content. This works even if your setup is garbage, because the smart cropping and auto-captioning make everything look platform native. If you batch record for a few hours, you can have content drip out for weeks without daily involvement. Let's be honest about limitations. Vizard is great, but sometimes it'll overestimate a moment's potential, so you still have to eyeball the suggestions. For extremely bespoke edits or advanced transitions, a manual pass in professional software is still the gold standard. However, for 90% of creators who want to turn raw sessions into shareable content without hiring an editor, Vizard really nails it. The combination of smart clip selection, auto-scheduling, and an intuitive calendar is exactly what lets you scale without burning cash. Final tip: use Vizard to create the foundation, then add your personal touch like custom thumbnails or conversational captions. Authenticity wins every single time. AI handles the grunt work, and you provide the nuance that connects with your audience. That's how I fixed my discoverability problem without an all-day editing slog or expensive production costs. If this was useful, share it with a friend who always complains they don't have time to post content. And if you want to see the clips I pulled from that messy episode, go check out my socials. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown, and I'll see you in the next one. Go make something great.